Okay, this video is a little maybe off topic, but I think it does get important when the two of you, when you do get married, you find a husband or a wife. But we're going to talk about immortality. Immortality. Before we get into the topic, though, if you're looking to find your soulmate or know somebody who is, please visit the link below, beyond-dating.com. Get a free electronic copy of my book, The Sex Education You Never Received. This is going to help you find your soulmate. Please hit the like or subscribe button, and even hit the bell icon to alert you when no new videos are posted. I'll be posting videos every day, so please subscribe. It's going to help us to save and improve the institution of marriage. All right, so we're talking about immortality. Can people actually be immortal, physically immortal? I believe that they can. I think one of the key things people should stop doing is, like, when they get, say, to like the age of 18, they should stop. They should stop like talking about birthdays or celebrating birthdays. I'm not like trying to go from the Jehovah's Witnesses perspective, but whatever your name is, it should be your day. It doesn't have to be your birthday. Come away from this idea of celebrating age and thinking about age. And really, I think you should stop keeping track of your age once you reach like full adulthood. Somewhere between the age of 18 and, say, 22. I think that would be helpful. And yeah, you shouldn't be celebrating birthdays. Like, most people, like, it's such a custom to do it, but getting away from this idea of marking age and thinking of age, and like, just stop doing it, because it's part of the matrix. It's part of this idea that, oh, you should be like so-and-so by so-and-so. You should be this by that. And it's just like another way of people measuring up, and that's not what we want. We want people to be at peace and in love and in harmony. So one of the key things that you can do about physical immortality is say to yourself, I'm physically immortal until proven otherwise. And start to look into ways to improve your diet. I think vegetarianism is great. Coming off of sugar is great. Coming off of gluten is great. Depending on where you are, you can maybe even start practicing veganism. But I think that's better for folks that are in the southern climates, closer to the tropics, in places where there's almost a 12-month growing season, where people can get out and get sunlight. But you have to check it out and try it out. And if it doesn't seem to be working, don't be afraid to go back to vegetarianism, because eggs, milk, cheese, those things can be helpful for folks. But you got to go on your own journey and define that for yourself. So I think that's important. Coming away from red meat and meat in general, I think, is important. Also, too, you want to start to meditate. I'll talk more about that in other videos, but I think meditation is super important. Also, you can do things like sitting by the fire. If you can get a fireplace or maybe a wood stove, sitting by the fire, or maybe just even doing like a simple campfire in places can be very helpful for you. So I recommend that. Also, too, practice mantra. Practice the idea of saying to God, Om Namah Shivaya, or whatever you want to say. Heavenly Father, I love you. Jesus. Just say over and over again, Heavenly Father, I love you, I love you. Whatever makes sense to you, whatever in your heart feels right, that can be very helpful to help program you to get in contact with God, and put away, the fears and the things that maybe keep you down and keep you worried about things. The last thing as well is keeping clean. If you live in a place where you can do it, I think getting into bath water is good, or at least being able to shower once a day in the morning, if not twice a day in the evening as well. I think that can be very helpful. And start to really think about where does this age thing come from. If you read the Bible, if you go and read in the Old Testament, they talk about lots of folks living a very long time. Why can't we do that? I think we can. And I think it starts with a lot of these practices. So hopefully you got some value out of that. If you did, please like, subscribe, share. Again, if you're looking to find your soulmate, please get a free electronic copy of my book, The Sex Education You Never Received, at the link below, beyond-dating.com. And again, please like, subscribe, or share. That's going to help this content, and it's going to help me to save and improve the institution of marriage. So that's it. As always, the light in me, when there's the light in you, peace.